everybody, so on Tuesday, we finally figured out who A was. In true Pretty Little Liar fashion, finding something out has only led to more questions and less answers. What was really awesome about the whole Charles reveal is that it did come out of the blue and it kind of just took everyone by storm, and there's a lot of people who are really upset about it, but I think they're kind of forgetting the fact that we have to know the why now instead of just the who. So there's a lot of important things that went on behind the scenes that hopefully they'll explore and give answers to throughout season 6. So, here's my theory on Charles and Jason. Now, I sort of suspected that Jason was A, and if you saw my last video on Pretty Little Liars, I discussed a little bit about why I think Jason could be A. Now, here's what I've sort of come to a conclusion with about Charles and Jason. I could be completely wrong. I've read a lot of theories online. One of the most popular ones is that Charles was transgender, and his parents didn't love him, so they stuck him in Radley, and that's why he killed his mom and he's getting back at everyone. And that's why he's A, because he was also so jealous of Allie and her life and wanted everything that she had. In the books, Allie has a twin. So they had to have someone have a twin in the show because that is such an essential plot line to the books. Since they couldn't make it exactly like the books, Courtney does sort of come out of like left field. Like no one knows who Courtney is, no one's suspecting it, and all of a sudden they have a press conference, I think book 7, and all of a sudden, hey look, there's Courtney, and everyone thinks it's Allie. So this finale isn't such a total shocker that they would expose A in this sort of light of being Charles. Sort of like how they just opened up and revealed Courtney. My thing is, with the show versus the books, Allie was actually the evil one in the books and killed her twin Courtney, and when Courtney comes back in the books, it's actually Allie. There's a little bit of a dilemma going on there, and if you want to look at that plot point and compare it to the Jason and Charles theory, there's the whole thing that Charles killed Jason and took over Jason's identity, like Allie killed Courtney and took back her identity. It's a big confusing mess, but there's a little bit more that's going on with the whole Charles and Jason theory, and I think something that has to do with it is going all the way back to Radley and maybe even the NAT Club to see how it sort of plays into it. When we look back at Charles's motive and possible motive, he could be in Radley for being mentally unstable, he could be in Radley for being transgender, he could be in Radley for any reason really whatsoever. I mean, they put Toby's mom in Radley for really no reason at all, besides the fact that she was losing her memory, which doesn't really constitute a reason to go to like an insane asylum, but whatever. I think that Charles actually killed Marion, who is Toby's mom, and pushed her off the roof. And Bethany saw Charles kill Toby's mom. So Charles would not get in trouble, Allie's mom jumped on the board at Radley. Jessica was trying to coax and blackmail Bethany into not exposing that Charles pushed Marion off the roof. And that's why I think Charles killed Bethany that night, or Mrs. D did kill Bethany and buried her in Allie's grave. There's still a lot of fuzziness that's going on from that night. I think it definitely has something to do with Bethany, Charles, and Mrs. D with Toby's mom. And we all know that in season 3, Charles took the game from Mona. So when Marlene King said that we've seen A since season 1, she was referring to Mona, she was not referring to Charles, which would be a really cool sort of way to tie it in. Another crazy theory that a lot of people have been saying is that Charles is actually Bethany, and Bethany is Charles's code name, which is even more confusing, and that Charles wanted to be Allie, and Mrs. D wanted to protect Charles from the night that she saw someone hit Allie. Everyone's probably asking, well, why would Charles want to kill his mom if she was protecting him? If you remember from the one episode right in season 4, Mrs. D is going to send that email that says, I can't protect you anymore. Charles killed his mom because she couldn't protect him anymore. He really had no purpose for her, and he just decided to end it right then and there. Biggest reveal of the night, though, was the fact that Mona is alive. There's a lot more to the story, obviously, and a lot more to my theory, which includes some stuff about Andrew, except I don't want to jam it all into this video. So head over to my second channel called Distracting Videos, and I'll be discussing a little bit more about who I think Andrew is. Make sure to click the link down below, and you'll be able to check out that channel, and please subscribe to mine and theirs if you like this video, and give it a big thumbs up. Tell me what your theories are in the Charles and Jason theory in the comments below. And I'm on Twitter and I love talking about Pretty Little Liars, so click the link below, I follow back, and let's talk about PLL. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you on my other video on the other channel. See ya!